Before the short intro, let me just quickly say sometimes when I'm really into a topic, I get passionate and the tone of my voice changes. It goes from as low and relaxed and mellow as it is right now to me sounding so passionate. So, no, I'm not screaming. No, I'm not upset. It is never ever that deep. I do not know these people personally. I'm just saying I have my moments where I go from talking like this to getting into the topic, getting excited about what I'm talking about, and that passion comes out. And sometimes it might sound like, oh, girl, lower your voice. Who you screaming at? Okay? It's not like that, but let's get into the short intro and into the video. What's up, my Fina loves? This is Fina D coming to you all from Vina Tima News. So I promised that I was going to review Selling Sunset Season 5. But we have a new stunning beauty on the block named Chelsea, okay? She's representing for us, when I say us, you see her complexion, okay? Because you watch the show and you don't see us a lot, okay? Representation matters. You have the other spin-off, but as far as the main Selling Sunset, you don't see people that look like me or look like her on there a lot. So congratulations to Chelsea. Now, I'm going to give my overall and my overview, okay, impression of Chelsea. We're going to talk about her, and then I will come back and review the episodes separately. Before I get to the issue, the moment I saw her, I said there's Nigerian mix in there. I'm from West Africa, Liberia. Most of you know. Beautiful family, adorable kids, boss, master's degree. I already knew she was coming with it, okay? I'm currently completing my PhD. That's going to be my 4th degree. We don't play when it comes to education. Our parents, our family don't play in the African household when it comes to your education. Kudos to her education and being the boss and being the mom, a wife, everything. Now that we got the compliments out of the way, Mama is getting dragged all over social media, and I didn't want to just come on here and hit her with the social media reaction and start reading negative tweets, and it's like, oh my goodness, you talking about representation matters, okay? And then the first few seconds of the video are tweets dragging her, but she's being dragged. I'm going to explain why, and I'm going to break it down, but I do not want to take away from another cast member who is mixed, okay? Amanza said in an interview that her father is actually 50% Nigerian, and then his other 50% side is mixed with different things. Her mother is white, her stepfather is white. She grew up with her mother and her white stepfather, but she's aware that she's mixed and she's aware that she's black. So we actually have 2 women on the show with Nigerian heritage. However, raised and her father being Nigerian, I'm talking about Emansa, it's not something that's like a focus on the show, which makes sense. Okay. Now, even Chelsea, she said, I'm born and raised. When she was talking about her background, she said born and raised in London with Nigerian heritage by my parents. It wasn't I'm Nigerian, okay? I'm African. It wasn't that. It was, I'm from London. That's who I am. That's where I'm from. That's where I was born. That's where I was raised. And then let me go ahead and squeeze in there that my bloodline run in Nigeria a little bit, okay? Here's the reason why she's getting dragged. For those of you who watch Selling Sunset, you already know the reason why. For those of you who don't watch the show, this is your first time. There's this new girl. She was added to the cast of Selling Sunset. We're in season 5. This is her debut season. So she came on the show. She talked about, how she met her husband after 2 weeks of, visiting America. And now they've been married for almost 6 years. They have 2 children. She met him on Tinder. And then you have people like, dang girl, other people on Tinder to just meet a hookup. And you not only met your husband, but he's rich. How? Lucky you, teach me your ways, so that's another conversation as well. Now let's get into what frustrated people about Chelsea. Chelsea is grown enough to know in life everything starts beautiful. Everything as it relates to relationships and friendships. Okay, let me make sure I be specific. When you meet somebody new, it's nice and it's beautiful. You get the good morning, beautiful text messages, and everything is just peaches and cream, roses. It's just amazing. The same with a friendship. Two people are new, learning each other, getting to know each other, and then as time progresses, that's when you learn loyalty. That's when you start to learn different things about this person to see if this person can really and truly continue to be your friend. So when you are the new person and someone is basically feeding you negativity and you're sitting there gossiping with the other girls, talking about, hey, peasants, thinking it's a joke, talking down to about how they dress and where they shop, co-signing all of these negative behaviors and all of that, that's not cool. And that's what Chelsea did. She came in, and there's this girl on the show called Christine. And Christine is the root of a lot of hot mess on the show. She's the villain. And not because they want to make her that. And really is the villain. You know how I sit on here and I defend Kenya more and I show different examples and I say, okay, this is the reason why Kenya is not the villain. And I gave examples and break it down. Now, Christine is absolutely the villain, and the ladies on the show having issues with her makes sense because of the lies and all of the different things, okay, she's a part of on the show. So Chelsea comes in. Christine is the villain of the show, and Chelsea feels like if I align myself with the center of attention, okay, on the show, with the person who thinks in her mind she's the HBIC, you already know. We have someone who thought they were the HBIC of the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Are you good with Candy? I never know where I stand with these girls. My name carries weight. I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. So it's that time. So I'm sure you guys will be hearing a lot of stuff. And of course, they have to use my name because I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. Just call me Nene Mayweather. And, you understand what I mean. Everybody want to come for the champ. So I'm a champ over here. So they trying to come for me, but it ain't gonna.
And we already see what's happening there, okay? If you're new here, I covered the Real Housewives of Atlanta extensively on this channel, so you will hear me reference them a lot. So Chelsea felt like this makes sense to align myself with the winning team because the more I am with her, the more episodes and scenes I will be in. But then when you come in, you hear her out what she have to say, but you don't just join in gun blazing, believing everything she have to say, saying that you will give the other ladies chance to get to know them, but then becoming Christine mouthpiece, even though you claim you're not her mouthpiece. It was just too much, and I just feel like the reason why she's being dragged is because people feel like she was being too extra and doing too much, basically kissing Christine, just to fit in. Now, I do understand that Christine is possibly on her way out, okay? There was a tiny little cliffhanger, did she get fired? She announced that she and her husband started their own company. So one of those things where you're on the verge of getting fired, let me go ahead and announce, my own company, and let me go ahead and have conversations like I'm moving on so it doesn't look like I got fired. Christine does work for Jason and his brother. However, she also worked for Netflix and also the company that produced the show. So even if she's fired from her actual job, she could still have her contract obligation with Netflix. So it doesn't necessarily mean that she's fired from the show and from Netflix. So it's possible that either she gets a spin-off or they show her doing her own thing out of the office and how that dynamic is going to work. So I understand Chelsea probably knowing that said, let me come in gun blazing and possibly I could replace Christine and be the new HBIC for Selling Sunset. But people was just not here of her extra behavior and team too much when it comes to defending someone that she just met 2 seconds ago. You can't come in gun blazing, defending someone and just dragging everybody just because Christine says so. You don't even know these people. She have history with them. You are just coming in. And she's grown enough to know this. The same thing happened with Vanessa. When Vanessa came in, Christine held on to her. That's my girl, said what she had to say. Where is Vanessa now? Do you see Vanessa defending her? And I get it. She's steady the show. The more fire you bring on, the more you do this and you do that, the more airtime you're going to have and the more seasons you're going to have. There's nothing wrong with defending someone and saying, this is what I see, but you can't ignore the years and the history that other people had and currently have with that person. You can't just ignore why they are coming for this person like that. Another thing is, and I'm going to review these things separately, they were at a party. Christine is having a private conversation. It was just Christine and the person that was talking to her. Christine chose to leave the private conversation and go towards the group intentionally, saying that she's crying, but I did not see one tear. And here comes Chelsea again. Okay, jumping in. Oh, y'all bullying her. Y'all ganging up on her. No one ganged up but bullied the bully. Okay, the bully intentionally left the private conversation and came towards the group because that's the reaction she was looking for. What I don't like is someone coming into a situation where people have history and then attempting to dismiss their feelings, years of hurt and pain. You don't even know these people. You don't even know Christine. I understand the loyalty of, you know what? I got myself on this show. Who I am, the fact that I have the resume, my background checked out, I'm educated, I'm strong, I'm, this, I'm that, I'm everything they're looking for. I can sell houses. I'm the entire package. However, Christine is also helping my introduction to the show. And because of that, I have to show some form of loyalty to her. I get that part. However, you cannot dismiss people's feelings when they have been in situations with that person for years. You've been there for seconds, okay? Christine did the same thing to Vanessa, and that's the reason why you don't see Vanessa defending her, because Vanessa now see her for exactly who she is. So my advice to Chelsea, be a great friend, have loyalty, but you do not get to come in the picture and dismiss these women's feelings with someone who's hurt them and there are real issues there. You don't get to come in the picture and say, oh, I don't care. All of you are wrong and she's right. It doesn't work that way. But I also understand it's a reality TV show. And if one person who brings the drama is possibly leaving, I don't think so, but there's a possibility of that happening, then of course you have to bring someone else in the picture that can bring some form of drama. I get it. People complain. We want to see more houses, less drama. But the reason why the show is on season 5, the show have a spin-off, okay, with a different crew. And I heard allegedly season 6 and 7, it's already been confirmed. We shall see. It's because there's a balance. You get to see them selling houses. You get to see the amazing fashion, but you also get to see the hot mess. And I'm hoping to do my review of the separate episodes. But just in case I do not, I want to say this. Everything needs a balance, okay? It's okay to talk about Christine, but the constant Christine in every episode, I don't like that. I understand it's their job. They have to bring certain people up. So it's the producer saying, talk about this. You all are giving her exactly what she wants. She loves attention. Imagine having a few episodes and not saying her name, and see what's going to happen. The episode will go on just fine because all of you ladies bring something amazing to the table, and you do not have to mention her name in every single episode, even though I am aware she's the root of a lot of issues. Chelsea will be just fine. She knows what she's doing. She said it herself. If Christine is a sinking ship, I'm not about to, basically go to the bottom with her. So she knows what she's doing and she's playing the game. But mama, chill a little bit on the other girls. Don't dismiss their feelings. Their feelings are valid. And if Christine stays around, or you continue your friendship with her, eventually you will get the same treatment. Right now, she needs you. So that's the reason why she's kissing your you know what, because she needs you. No one in the office is rocking with her, so she needs you. The same thing happened with Vanessa and all of the other girls. But anyways, like I said, any more that I have to say, I'm going to save it for my separate reviews, But congratulations, Chelsea. Welcome to the show. You are great in many other ways, okay? And we're going to talk about that. I was just focusing on the situation with you dismissing the other lady's feelings. But anyways, I'm wishing all of you well and take care. And here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also, turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.